Greetings, everyone. It is not very often that we are given this opportunity to look back in our lives as this mile marker of, wow, when this happened, my life changed forever. And we're presented with opportunities like that this week in abundance. There's huge shifts going on, and we're no strangers to the changes that we're all experiencing. For this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading, there's a huge shift of Uranus and Gemini and that 7-7 portal on the same exact day, everyone. So there's a whole bunch of other astrological information that goes along with this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading, so please check that description box down below. Otherwise, you're missing out on so much information that I just cannot cover during these rune readings. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right on into your Divinely Guided Rune reading. Woo! Greetings, Aries, and welcome to your Divinely Guided Rune reading here for the week. Let's jump right on in. Massive shifts, massive energies, massive clarity are coming from this place of Dagas in your energetic past here recently. So Dagas is that rune of clarity. This is that metamorphosis, the butterfly, right? After the cocoon. Or that infinite clarity and wisdom. Dagas meaning day. Literally, that means the transmutation of night into day. A lot like the Temperance card in tarot, like transmutation type of energy. So you've already been going through this transformative phase in the last few weeks here, even, I recall, in your readings here, Aries. So definitely searching for that clarity, maybe even moving on with this sort of an aha or an epiphany type of moment here recently. So what is in your energetic now? In your energetic now, we have Ingwaz. Ingwaz here is the divine masculine's rune. This is that seed, right? Sometimes we see it depicted like this, and that's the seed. So that's either way, for the Elder Futhark, is definitely okay to see this represented here. So this is that fertile territory you are in. You are planting that seed, Aries. You are really good at doing so, if I don't mind saying so. You know just what to do. And this is calling for also divine masculine healing work. You could be working on your divine masculine healing, right? Not having to be in your guesswork and more in your responsiveness. Coming from that place of knowing and not having to react so often, right? So you are definitely securing that in your presence, Aries, and it's really, really beautiful. It's something to behold. In your energetic near future, we have this rune of Sowilo. Now, Sowilo here is the sun's rune. This is the rune of success, vitality. Everything the sun's light touches, it is blessed. It gives light, it gives warmth, that sense of security with that light too, right? That life-giving energy. So when you plant that seed, you have the sun's light shining on it and blessing it. And it's really beautiful stuff here, Aries. So let's get this influence of the now energies. What influence of the now energies are you with? So Aries, this is the rune Aiwaz. Now, this is so similar to another rune that's spelled and pronounced very similarly. Okay, this is that rune of endurance, though. This is that yew tree, Y-E-W, the yew branch, right? Kind of like the tree of life, Yggdrasil. That's indicative of that tree of life. And that's the toughness and stability, the axis of life. This is that squirrel that goes up and down between the condor in the top of the tree of life and the serpent at the bottom, relaying the information, right? Making sure this axis is always in balance. All of the information is in balance. So you've been called to endure and kind of go with the weathering the storm, right? These changes that this clarity brought on with this, right? So I know a few of you Aries are doing just that right now. Remember here, though, When we flex too much or not enough, we can snap off our branches and become this Isa rune and more rigid and stuck feeling, almost in a sense of repeating life lessons. So definitely just be wary of that. That's your influence of the now energies for being in your divine masculine. Yeah, you're wanting to be like stoic and weathering the storm and all about that. And so endurance, yeah, the best way to endure for you right now is to weather that storm. Let's just get that rune for advice while we're at it. The rune for advice here is in Hagelas. This is the hail rune. This is indicative of a natural disaster. So this is clearing the path so that the seed can be planted. So your advice right now, this is a lot like the tarot card of the Tower. So this is letting what doesn't serve you fall away, right? As you plant and grow new things, other things that don't serve you will naturally show themselves out. And after this storm, you get to see the sun. It's transmutation. You're taking a lot of these lessons learned from your past, Aries. You're being nice and stoic about it. These are irreversible runes. Like all of these so far, Aries, you cannot avoid this, okay? Aries, this is your destiny. There's a lot of changes going on. Let what doesn't serve you fall away, because when you're looking at this as happening to you rather than for you, you start to get into that ego trap kind of mindset and repetitive thinking, okay? Just endure the storm, right? And then we'll, with that planting the seed, you get to grow that seed with the sunlight. Let's see what your outcome is for this. Yeah, greater sense of identity, accomplishment, right? This is manas. This is one clan flag facing another. So manas here, clan flag. So this is inciting a definition, other than. This could be joining of forces. This could be being stoic and maybe even just separate in these sources though as well. Remember that when these lines go straight down, these are very grounded energies. So your outcome is in a very grounded position here, Aries, for you. It looks like you are having a greater sense of identity, a greater sense of knowing what goes around comes around. Yeah, the weather's comes and goes in cycles. So too does the sun. The energies that you're becoming like this master of your own destiny throughout this and recognizing a lot of these energies that play in your own life. All right, so let's get a chakra token for today's meditative practices. You heard me right. It's been a long time, Aries, since we've done the chakra token meditative practice. So what we have here for today is, I'll put it down there, the root chakra. So the root chakra is the first chakra, and it's located at the base of the spine. This chakra is associated with survival, safety, and security. Someone with a blocked root chakra would typically be fearful or anxious, okay, Aries? So listening to the 396 hertz solfeggio frequency will help to stimulate the part of the subconscious brain that is associated with this blockage and to help unearth negative belief systems and feelings residing deep in the subconscious mind. When your root chakra is unblocked, Aries, you should feel more secured, connected to your body, and grounded. Beautiful stuff. The mantra for the root chakra is Lam, and so here is the mudra for it. So we bring our palms together in a prayer at our heart, but I'm showing you this kind of leaned over here, so bear with me. Then we interlace the pinky and the ring fingers so they fold inside of the palms like this, and then we let the tips of the middle fingers touch, and we lock the tips of the index and the thumbs together like this, like a chain. We bring the bottom of the palm together. If this is too tight, if it hurts at all, loosen your grip on these lower knuckles, okay? And you'll be able to get it just fine. This is the mudra for the root chakra. The mantra is Lam. The solfeggio frequency is 396 hertz. You can even point this down towards your root chakra if you feel guided. Otherwise, just hold it up right in front of your heart for your meditation with 396 hertz solfeggio frequency. Mantra Lam. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.